Hi everyone, welcome to Lose It Weight Loss and Nutrition. My name is Michelle and I am a certified weight loss, nutrition, and diabetes prevention health coach, and I have lost 120 pounds. I currently follow the WW Blue plan and I count my macros, which is calories, and fats, carbohydrates, and protein. Today, I'd like to talk to you about hunger and kind of explain a few things about weight loss and hunger. So I'm going to look at my notes here. Your body is always trying to stay in balance. And by that, I mean the calories that we're taking in or the energy that we're taking in matches the energy that we're putting out. When we take in more calories than we are using, we store it as fat. Your body likes to do this because it's energy and it's storing that energy for later use when it may need it. When you start on a diet plan, you are making your body use that stored energy in order to lose weight. Your body doesn't like to do that because it's out of balance. But at first, it really doesn't know that that's what you're doing. And so it's using the energy, and we have a nice big loss every time that we start a new plan. After a little while of doing that, your body will start to go, hey, I'm losing my storage of this glucose, and I'm not liking that very much. And that's usually when you'll see your weight kind of hover a little bit, maybe even go up a little bit. And as long as you stick to your plan, then you will start to lose again. The hunger signals, I'm going to be really honest with you. I did not recognize my hunger signals. I never let myself get hungry. And I was always hungry. And it took me a long time to get in touch with those hunger signals. When I am on social media or my Weight Watchers Connect, I see a lot of people posting how hungry they are. And in the beginning, it makes me wonder if they really are truly hungry, if they really know what hunger is. Meaning that the stomach is empty, it's growling, you haven't eaten for a few hours, you'll eat an apple, you'll eat a big salad because you're very hungry. Sometimes people think that deprivation or their head, they're used to eating throughout the day and they feel that they're hungry. So how do you differentiate and how are you successful in the beginning? Well, for me, I needed to use the clock. And I spanned out my food and snacks over a 2 to 3 hour period throughout the day. So I either had a snack or I had a meal. This does a couple of things. Number one, it's telling your body that you're going to keep that fuel coming in so it can keep burning, and that's exactly what you want. And sometimes we take in too many calories at one time, and then we go long spans without any food. The body doesn't like that because it doesn't know when it's going to get that energy that it needs again. And so it may hold onto water. It may hold on to anything it can for as long as it can, thinking, I don't know when I'm going to get my next meal. So I ate according to the clock. And if I was hungry an hour after I had a snack or a meal, I knew that it was head hunger. To me, it felt the same. Over time, I started to recognize my true hunger signals, but to be honest with you, I still get the head hunger. I feel that I could eat all the time. And sometimes I think it's hunger, but it's not. It's head hunger. So I practice the 10-minute rule. Some people do 5, some people do 15. What that is for me is I tell myself that I can eat. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes, and if I still am hungry, I'm gonna go ahead and have a snack. During that time, I'm gonna make a phone call and call up a friend. I am going to go upstairs and start a load of laundry. I am going to clean the bathroom. And then you get distracted. If after that 10 minutes goes by and you decide, you know what, I'm still hungry, then have a snack. It's okay. If you're hungry, you need to eat. That's your body telling you that it needs food. Or maybe it didn't get enough food at your last snack or meal. And if you're not quite as hungry, you got distracted, and before you know it, it's 45 minutes to an hour later, then you know that it was head hunger. This takes a while for you to learn. I still struggle with it at times, and you need to be patient with yourself. And at first, we're not going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, even after, we're not going to be perfect. I have my good days and I have my not so good days. But we always strive to follow our plans. So when you decide that you're going to eat, what you decide to eat is really important as well. So sometimes we go for the calorie-dense foods, the carbohydrates, the sugars, especially when we're starting out, because, you know, I'll have just less of what I'm already eating. That's going to leave you hungry. And what you want to do is you want to volumize your meals and your snacks. So what does that mean? Volumizing your food and snacks means that you are adding lean protein and you are adding fruits or vegetables to a calorie-dense food to higher the nutrition value and lower the fat and calories. What you're going to end up with is a lot more food volume, a lot more food going in, but lower in calories, fat, and carbohydrates. You don't have to go hungry to lose weight. There is not one person that has ever been on a diet that is weak or doesn't have willpower. We all have tremendous willpower. We have gone for long fasts. We have resisted temptation. We have said no thank you to many, many foods. We do have willpower and we do have discipline. And it doesn't mean that you're not successful when you falter and you go back to your old eating habits. It means that you let yourself get too hungry. So when you're hungry, and it's true hunger, you determine it's true hunger, eat. Volumize that food. Enjoy your food. One of the other posts that I see a lot is it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm out of points, or I've used up all of my calories. And that's normal in the beginning until you learn about nutrition and better food choices. And so what happens is you're choosing these higher point foods or these calorie-dense foods, higher in carbohydrate, to satisfy your hunger, because that's what you're used to doing. Well, the problem with that is you only get a very little bit. So you're not going to stay satisfied. So I always start with lean protein. Always build a meal or a snack around lean protein. Then you're going to add your vegetables and your fruits, and then you're going to top it off with your carbohydrates. Now, not all carbohydrates are created equal. When I am a type 2 diabetic, currently in remission, and I am no longer hypertensive. But I do have to be conscious of my carbohydrates and my sugars. And so that is why I count the calories and the macros. But having the diabetes or the pre-diabetes kind of sets us up for the same type of cravings that I'm talking about when you eat enriched carbs. So when you eat sugar, white flour based things, white rice, what's going to happen is those get processed by the body a lot faster. So your blood sugar is going to go up, but because it burns so fast and so hot, it's going to come down. And then guess what? Your body tells you it's hungry again. And this cycle just keeps repeating itself if we're choosing to eat our high enriched calorie foods or sugar. When you eat vegetables, protein, whole grain carbohydrates, what you're doing is you're creating the blood sugar to go up, but it stays here and it just fluctuates. So you're not getting those big dips to where your body is responding, I need more, I need more, I need more. So this is going to help your cravings. With all of your snacks and with all of your foods, always think, what can I add to it to volumize it? What kind of vegetables can I add to my meatloaf? What kind of vegetables can I add to my meatballs with my pasta and my sauce, my whole grain pasta? Try the new pastas that are out there. There is whole grain pasta, and really, to be honest with you, I don't really tell the difference when I have my sauces on them. I think it's delicious. I prefer the whole wheat grain pastas. I have tried the bean-based pastas, lentil-based pastas, and they're okay. They are okay. Some people have a little bit of a harder time with the texture. It can be a little bit pasty, but give it a try. They come in many different flavors and many different shapes. The other is the konjac noodles, or people will do the spiraled vegetables, spiral zucchini. For me, I prefer the real stuff. I like the whole grain noodles and pastas. So that's what I'm going to stick to. But there are times where I will take spiralized squash and mix it with my pasta and sauce. And that's okay. That's pretty doable because you have that same texture that you're looking for when you eat the pasta. So I want to remind you that not all proteins and vegetables and carbohydrates are the same. So there's a difference between a potato and a sweet potato. Well, the sweet potato has higher fiber, and so it's going to take longer for your body to process. So you're going to get more of that stability eating that sweet potato. Whereas the potato, it's fast energy, and a matter of fact, it's very good for people that do marathons or have high activity to where you need bursts of energy. They will actually eat white potatoes. And that's going to give them the energy to power through. Also, our white rice, our stuffings, and even our beans are not always created equal. Beans are a very good choice, again, for the fiber content and the protein that's in them. And if you're a vegetarian, we rely on your lentils for your protein. You need a little bit more of it, though, if you don't eat meat. And so when I'm on a plan and I'm not a vegetarian, what I like to do is I still like to volumize my lentils. So if I'm making a pot of beans, I want to add as many vegetables as I can, and I want to add a lean protein in there. If I'm going to I want to add protein and fiber to my salads, then I'll take some black beans, canned black beans, drain it, rinse it, and sprinkle them on my tacos or my taco meat to give it a little bit more fiber and substance to sit in the tummy a little bit longer and have that slower burn. So if when you're looking for a protein, what is a lean protein? Well, a lean protein isn't always low in calorie, but it is lower in fat. And so our lean proteins is our chicken breast, our turkey breast. There's ground chicken and turkey breast, which I use all of the time. There's fish, but not all fish are created equal. If you're going for an oily fish like salmon or trout, then that's going to be a little bit more calorie dense. That doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that it's giving you the nutrients that you need. It has the omegas in it, and that's wonderful. So I don't want to say don't have fat in your diet. I want to say choose healthier fats. Fish is one of them. Olive oil is another one. Avocados, olives. Add those. Those are important. Just don't use them overabundantly. Now, as far as protein goes, you can have that steak once in a while. You can have that lean ground beef. Think about lightening it up. What vegetables can I add? My favorite thing to do with extra lean ground beef is to add some ground turkey. And I do half and half. Family doesn't even notice the difference. It's very delicious. Give it a try. As far as steaks go, the leaner the meat, a little bit more tough it is. So your sirloins tend to be very low in calorie and fat. It's a good choice. Your fattier meats like your chuck roasts and your ribeyes that have nice marbling, ribeye is one of my favorites, are going to be a lot more calorie dense. Doesn't mean that you can't have it. It just means that maybe I'll lighten up somewhere else because I know that I'm going to a restaurant and I'm going to have steak that night. In order to lose weight, we need to be in a calorie deficit. No matter what plan you use, you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Now, you can do that by not changing your diet at all and just exercise, 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 exercise. But you really can't out-exercise and burn off the calories that you take in. So it may work a little bit, you may lose a little bit, but then it's going to stop working because we're taking in more energy than we're putting out. So let's say that we just want to reduce by 500 calories a day. It's very simple to do. A few tweaks in your meals and your snacks with a little walk here and there or a little more activity is enough to hit that goal without much effort. And you'll lose a pound a week. You're going to lose a little bit faster if you can cut down a little bit more. I tend to have hungry days and not so hungry days. So when I have a hungry day, that's okay. Matter of fact, I probably have 2 or 3 a week. I mean, I know it. It's like clockwork because I track my food. And I know that that's what it's going to be. So when I wake up and I have not so hungry of a day, then that's my day to kind of make up for what I did the day before. But not deprivation, not skipping meals. Remember, your body does not like that. I would like to invite you to join my Facebook group because this weekend, being that Memorial Day, there's going to be a lot of barbecues, and I am going to be posting some side dishes, some desserts, and some marinades for that barbecue on my Facebook page. And my Facebook is Lose It Weight Loss and Nutrition. Please join me. I'll put the link down in the description box. So you're going to find support, motivation, recipes, facts. You're going to find words of encouragement, tips, food finds. So please join. If you would like to have your macros and your calories calculated for you, which I do recommend for everybody, because at some point your body is going to stop responding and you're not going to have the information that you need to figure out what you're going to do or how you're going to tweak things without having that information. You can visit my website at loseitweightlossandnutrition.com, and you can sign up there to have your macros and calories calculated. I have one-on-one sessions for health coaching in 30-minute and 60-minute intervals. I have lots more coming to you in the future, and I hope that you enjoyed today. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post, and I hope you have a wonderful day.